So the mentality has to be we're still on the road. We've got to play a really good road game tonight. We all know these are a little bit tricky trap games, and we have to make sure where we're at right now. We can't treat it like a trap game. There's kind of a no excuse kind of game here today.
You got to give him a couple games rest. What went into that decision, and then will we see him in there tonight?
Yeah, a little bit of a game time decision on a few different things going on. I thought, Woody just kind of hit the wall a little bit here of late. At least we felt as a staff. And I thought just a little reset. A young player. It's a hard league. He's never played this many games, going through the college ranks. So it's hard. And I don't think he's playing poorly whatsoever. I just think it was a time just to reset him here a little bit, get him a little rest, and then put him back in if it's tonight or this weekend. And, see how he goes. But it wasn't really on his play completely.
And so you said there's game time decisions. So you've had to go 11-7 the last couple of games. Could we see the same thing tonight, possibly?
You could, yeah. A little bit taxing, I think, this many games, a stretch of probably, 18 and 35 or something going on. To do 11-7 every night is really taxing. So we'll see how guys are today. It's this time of year going through that stretch of games are on the road. We're doing a few things.
So what are your thoughts on what Matthew Schaefer is doing right now for the Islanders?
Amazing. Really, not knowing him that well, obviously I'm out of the scouting business, but to see him come in, and even from his first game to now, it's really impressive. He's about as dynamic of a young player that I've seen to play at that level at this age is crazy. So he's a fun player to watch, and we have to be aware of him tonight.
Anything else, guys? Just from the road trip, 4 wins, 3 losses in that stretch. Where you guys were a couple months ago, that's a pretty good result. How do you kind of take away from that road trip?
Yeah, anytime you have that kind of road trip and that many games in this time of year, to be above 500, you'll take it. I think we left some points on the board. But all in all, you come back and you feel pretty good about yourself. So you got yourself back in the playoff race. We climbed ourselves from where we were to be in this, and this is fun. This is exactly why we play the game. And if you would ask this, anybody to be back in one, I think we're 3 points back, maybe a game or something, and we'd be ecstatic. So we got to be excited. We have to have energy. This is a really good team we're playing. They're playing really good hockey. They're feeling it. They got a lot of confidence. So it's going to be a big test for us. But really, the mindset, like I said, going into tonight, it's got to be treated like a road game. We have to have a road mentality. I can't think it's going to be easy coming here. I don't think we will. We've gone through stuff as a group. I think we understand where we're at. It's going to be hard. Our league, you look at the standings, the margins are slim every night. They're one-goal games. You turn every TV, every game on your, So we understand that, and tonight's going to be tested. And it was tested in Edmonton the other night, and we failed that test. So now we got to rebound, regroup, and go back to work.
Yeah, Coach, just sort of a bigger picture thing. Over the years, I think the numbers indicate that slap shots in general, are not as prevalent anymore. I'm just wondering, why you think that might be. And as a coach, do you ever tell a player, hey, it's okay to wind up?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think time and space is probably shrunk in our game. A slap shot takes a little bit more time, and so it's hard to get off. And I think once you don't get them off a few times, you stop taking them. We all, I think of Joel Quenneville. He loved the slap shot. He'd be screaming at guys that take slap shots. He hated the no slap shot. But I do think it is harder. And you don't, when if it's unless it's a one timer, you see. I agree, very few of them anymore.